Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic morning at the Capital Workforce Partners Workforce Stars Breakfast. My name is Angela Dunnham. I am a former Capital Workforce Star from 2009, and I know several of you have questions about what Capital Workforce Partners students go on to do after graduating the program, and I just wanted to provide my personal testimony. I received the Capital Workforce Partners Star Award in 2009 when I graduated from Weaver High School. And just to give you an idea about my high school experiences, I was really fortunate to get involved in Capital Workforce Partners. I feel like they took a chance on me for a few different reasons. When I first started out in high school, I really didn't get involved with a great group of people. They certainly didn't have my best interest in heart. And as a result, it kind of led me to do some things that weren't really going to put me on the path to be successful moving forward. So just a little bit of background about myself. I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm technically what people will call a ward of the state. But I was placed into the custody of my aunt from the time I was born. And my mother actually is a recovered drug addict. She was still using substances when I was born, so she couldn't take care of me. She and I are still working on our relationships, but I was raised under the guardianship of my aunt. Now in high school, in addition to some of the fighting, one of the reasons that my home life was so hectic was because my aunt had lost her job, and as a result we got evicted. So we had to live with family members, and that just ended up being a really tough situation and it caused me to really act out in school. But I got involved in Capital Workforce Partners. I interned for the Hills Civic Association for 2 years. I interned for the Travelers Insurance Company, and I also interned for the Aetna. And it was just a great opportunity for me to see what it was like to be a professional, and also to prove to myself that I can survive in this atmosphere and to really show me the way to do so. So certainly value those experiences, as it led the groundwork for me to be the person and the professional that I am today. So I currently live in South Korea. I am the head instructor at a language school in Pohang, South Korea. So in my current role, I manage 10 teachers, and we oversee, or we provide services rather, to about 500 students in South Korea in terms of English as a second language instruction. As I mentioned, I decided to go ahead and move to South Korea last year. Prior to that, I worked as a paralegal, and then I worked as an assistant director of admissions at Dartmouth College. And I realized that I wanted to travel, and within 1 month as working as a teacher, I was promoted to my current role, where I do have a lot more responsibilities, even over people who are a little bit older than me. Certainly, I never would have imagined that the papers that I was copying at the Hills Civic Association or the binders that I was making at Aetna was really informing me or giving me skills that would help me in my career. But lo and behold, I can say 7 years later, they certainly have. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you had a fantastic morning, and keep up the great work.